welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ebony, and today we've got another beginner-friendly makeup tutorial for you. It's gonna be an actual get ready with me today though, because I'm gonna actually put on clothes like a person and do people things. Well, let's get started. So this is what we're working with today. Not bad. I can do it. Okay, so first I'm just gonna start by priming my face with MAC's Prep and Prime. Only need this much. Alright, I think that's as absorbed into the skin as it's gonna get right now. So let's go ahead and get started on our face. So I'm gonna go in with Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Foundation in shade 445. I'm just gonna start by putting a generous amount on my face. Just kidding, not really like a generous amount, but I am gonna kind of dot my face out. All right, I think we've got enough on my face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my foundation brush and just blend this into my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyelids as well. My face is done and I've gone ahead and lined one brow off camera. Now I'm just gonna take a spoolie and, do the thing. gonna line it just a little bit more. So I went ahead and finished lining both brows off camera. I know, and I agree with you, they look a mess right now, but just watch. I'm gonna go in with a concealer that's closer to my skin tone, and I'm gonna clean up the top part of my brow. So I've gone ahead and used my Pro Concealer to conceal the top part of my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna go in with a concealer shade that's lighter than my skin tone and clean up the underside. That's what it's looking like so far. Bear with me here. So this is what the eyebrow looks like up close after I've gone ahead and concealed the bottom with a tone that's lighter than my face. See, it went from looking like that to looking like this. We're cooking. We're cooking. Ta-da! So this is what both brows are looking like, cleaned up with concealer. On the top part, I used a concealer that was closer to my skin shade, and on the bottom, I used the lighter shade. So now, I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna put concealer, my Lancôme concealer, on my eyelids and just prime my whole eye. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend my eyelids out, honey. I'm taking my Lancôme concealer again, and we're just gonna get started. And this is what our whole face is looking like so far with just the highlighter from my Lancôme concealer. Next, I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of this out. So that's what we have so far, but next I'm going to go in with a lighter shade of concealer and do my smile lines. For that, I'm going to be taking this shade here. Y'all saw that. It just jumped. It leapt from out of my hands. It didn't want to be on my face. Boo-hoo. There we go, there we go. And now I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face. And for that, I'm gonna be using this darker shade that's already been ran through a million times. So, yeah. Get your ran through dark brown and just go to town on your face. And I'm gonna start with my cheeks. This is what the cheeks are looking like so far, but I'm gonna go ahead and darken that up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead. Now that that's done, I'm going back into the Ran Through brown and I'm gonna do my nose contour. All right, nose contour is done. Now that all my contouring is done, I'm gonna go in with some translucent setting powder, Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter setting powder in the shade Honey. And I'm just gonna set all the places I highlighted. I've got all those places set. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the excess powder from spaces that I don't wanna bake. I am gonna be baking under my eyes, but that's the only place I'll be baking. And while I'm baking, I'll be doing my eyeshadow. and now I'm just gonna start on my eyeshadow. Just a fair warning, I'm not good at application with eyeshadow brushes, so I probably will be using my fingers for most of this. Try not to judge too hard, okay? Okay, thanks. Okay, so I went ahead and started putting a base on my eyelid, and I'm using the shade Sandalwood from the Huda Beauty palette to do that. And once I have this base on the bottom of my lid, I'm gonna start with my actual eyeshadow application. Here we go, both eyes have a base. So I've already gone ahead and put this shade of white in my inner corner, and now I'm gonna go in with this shade of purple, and I'm gonna put it on the center of my lid. All right, and then next, I'm gonna go in with this shade from the Huda Beauty palette called Doll Face. And I'm gonna put that on the outermost part of my lid. All right, now that I've got Doll Face on my outer lid, next, I'm gonna take this shade Maneater, and I'm gonna blend it into my crease. And this is what it looks like blended into my crease. But now I'm gonna go back in with that purple shade on my lid and do a little bit more damage. So as you can see, I went ahead and did the other eye off camera, But I'm gonna go ahead and stop baking. I think my face has baked enough. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and put on some blush. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Morphe palette. And I'm gonna be using this other ran through color right here and this color here. There we go, blush has been applied. And next I'm just gonna highlight my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight using this shade that's also been ran through. And now I'm just gonna go in with my highlighter brush, now that my nose is highlighted, and I'm gonna highlight my cheeks and my chin. I'm also gonna highlight my Cupid's bow. As I was saying, but I was gonna try to do just a simple, thin, black eyeliner, and then I'll put my lashes on. Bear with me here, folks, because your girl is no good at eyeliner. There we go. Both eyeliner for both eyes have been done. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my lashes. I'm using the 3D LaFlare Lashes. There we go. First lash done. On to the next. Lashes are done, and now it's time for our lip combo. I'm going in with the same brown lipstick from our last Get Ready With Me. There we have our brown. Next, I'm going in with some pink. And there we have our makeup. All that's left now, I'm gonna go ahead and set this with the NYX Face Glue Setting Spray. Now that it's dry, we're gonna go ahead and get ready. This is the final look. As you can see, I'm rocking some butterfly earrings that were made for me. I got on a crop top and some shorts. So this is the final look with a filter. If you guys like this, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, help a sister out, show me some love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, but now bye for real.